This is being a bit weird. Okay, I think we're all good now.
Alrighty. Okay. And are we good on Facebook, Angela?
Yes, it just connected.
Okay. Awesome. Perfect. Okay. Hello, everybody. Megan Williamson here with Ocean Rehab and Fitness. Thank you for coming again to another Thursday. Angela and I were just talking about fall and how it's basically fall now. We're getting into the fall routine. So happy to see us all here and ready to go. We're going to do this through the end of the year at least, which is awesome. So Thursdays at noon, tell everyone, the more the merrier. And today we're going to be working on some release work, so getting into some of those muscles. We're going to be using a tool to do that today, if you have it. And then we're going to be getting into some push and pulling with upper body and a bit of our lower body today, for those that have access to that. So equipment needed. Optional for release work, I'll be demonstrating with a ball. This can be, like I'm showing with a lacrosse ball, but it can be any type of small ball that has a little bit of firmness to it. So I usually suggest tennis balls as a really good way to start. Otherwise, just probably not bigger than this, because the muscles we're getting into are not very big in terms of the area, the surface area. So something about the size. If you don't have a ball or you don't want to use one and you prefer the tactile touch with your hand or your fingers, that's also fine. We can do either or. So up to you. And then some type of band would be good. I just pre-looped mine because I know there's quite a few people in here that will need a little bit of assistance with hand grip. So if you need some assistance with hand grip, I do recommend looping the band at least to the one side. Sometimes we can get away with like wrapping on one side, but this is a bad example because I've done the loop quite close to the center, and this is a tighter band. So the longer the band, the better. If you don't need a loop, then don't worry about it. And have a couple of ranges of bands available if you have a few of them. We're probably not going to be needing your heaviest band for these exercises that we're doing. But having said that, some of us have quite a wide variety of bands. So just have a few of them kicking around if you have them, and then loop it if you see fit, okay? So bands, and then we're gonna use some type of weight. I'm demonstrating with just a dumbbell, like a 3-pound. Most likely this will be for some overhead work. So if you have like any pain going overhead or you can't quite get your arms even to overhead, I would recommend not using a weight, and I would recommend just using body weight and just trying to get that range working. Otherwise, no heavier than 3 pounds for most of us in here that I can see. Okay. So only one of those, we don't need two. And then last but not least, our trusty dowel. So little longer than your shoulders, if possible. This is quite long. It doesn't need to be this long, but definitely wider than your shoulders or longer than your shoulders, and make sure that it's a nice grip so you aren't going to drop it or it's not going to slide out of your hands. Okay, so sometimes it's helpful to, like, if you have not a good grip, sometimes it's helpful to put some tape or something on the dowel just to give you a little bit of traction, and that can make all the difference in holding our dowel. Okay. And then I didn't grab it today, but I can use this to show you. So for when we get started, I want to make sure that we're all in a really nice tall position. So that might mean putting something behind your back. So if I was going to sit on the couch, I would use my foam roller to sit, and then I would be sitting upright. So I'm nice and long in my spine. I'm not slouching back here, right? So if you have a dump in your chair, you might want to take like a towel, like a rolled up towel or a chip foam block or something, and put it behind your back. If you're able to sit up tall without a back on your chair, just come a little forward and just sit up nice and tall on the edge of your seat. And we're going to try and keep that nice tall posture for our warm up. Okay, so lots of options in there for everybody. If I haven't given an option that you think works for you, please do let me know, and I'd love to work with you on that. So you can just give me a little message in the chat and I'll do my best to adapt for you. Because everybody in here is different. We're all working with different things. So I have no problem trying to adapt in a different way if there's still not an option I've said or explained that isn't working for you. Okay. That's what this class is for. That's why it's a one-way class. Okay. So I'm going to start with this release work ball. Once again, you don't have to use a ball if you don't want to. Okay, getting up nice and tall. That also means that our chin is just slightly tucked. We're thinking of light shining through the crown of the head. Shoulders are down away from the ears. And we're just going to come into the pecs. So one side, you're going to take that ball and just gently or with a bit of firmness, rolling into the muscle there. So nice rolling. Okay, we need to relax that side. So this arm is doing nothing, that hand. Just resting down at your side. Okay, we're just getting into the muscle. So if you have breast tissue or you're female, the pec muscle is going to lie behind it. So we need to kind of make sure that we're going like in and under. Okay. If you don't, you'll be able to work just right across the top of the chest there. So you'll feel it most likely, unless you have some sensation alterations there. Make sure that you are getting that feedback of what you're feeling. And this might be another reason why some people prefer their hands. Some people might get better feedback using the fingertips. Okay, especially if you have that altered sensation. So I'll let everybody decide that on their own. Okay, and then you can even bring it up and we're going to go into subclavicle. So your clavicle bone is like this bone. You can see that ridge coming right into the middle of my neck. So we want to go right under that. So there's some muscles under here that can get quite tight. And so you're just going to work kind of along that ridge. Once again, this can be your hand exploring as well. About 30 seconds here. Awesome. Okay, and then we're going to come up into the trap. So I like to support my other elbow with my hand if possible. You can also use, I don't know if any of you are, if you don't have a chest strap on or you need a little more support, if you have like a table in front of you or a countertop, you can always lean it on and then come in this way. Okay, so whatever you need to do. And we're just going to get right into those neck muscles here and right at the top of the shoulders. Right above, so between the neck and the top of the shoulder. Okay, and you can even draw the ball a little bit further back, so you can see I'm dropping the ball a little bit behind, and that will get even into a bit of a different section of the traps there. That's the way they go. They start working down the back there, and we can get some nice trigger points in here. So if you're finding you're at a really sensitive spot or a really tight spot, feel free to hang out there and just push the ball gently and breathe. Okay. So we're going to spend a few more seconds here rolling that ball down and back. I'll just turn this way so people can kind of see. I'm kind of working, yeah, back there. And then we're going to shake that out. So just let it go. Just give your neck a little tilt. See how that feels. And then we're going to do all that on the other side. So we're going to start, hand is relaxed at my side. Okay, getting into the pecs first. Awesome. Okay, and then we start to work our way up into the subclavicle. So that ridge right here, if you can see it, working right up underneath that in a spot where it's not bony. We don't ever really want to do this on bone. Wouldn't really feel very good. So right where the muscle is, soft tissue. A few more seconds there. And then we're going to take it up. So grabbing, supporting that elbow if you need to, or placing your elbow on a table and coming in like so. Okay, and just take notice if you feel a difference from the two sides. Maybe one feels tighter, maybe one feels more like a guitar string. Maybe they're the same. And we're rolling that ball like back, down and back. So getting it onto the back of the body. Okay, a few more seconds here. Remember, you can pause on something that isn't feeling so good. And we're gonna slowly release that and let that go. Good. A little bit of neck. Okay, so take that ball and you can put it away or put it aside. And we're just gonna get a little bit of massage work right up at the insertion of the lats. So my hands, I'm just gonna come in. You could actually use your ball for this if you want. I just find, yeah, actually you could use your ball, try it. The surface area is just a little smaller for some of us, so if that doesn't feel good, you can use your fingers to get in there. But you're just kind of getting in right where, kind of on the outside of the armpit and then right up into that armpit and just kind of starting to move down towards the ribs. Okay. There's some pretty big muscles that insert up here, so we want to make sure we get up in here. Okay, working away. And then we're going to end that, just let that go, shake it out, and then we're going to go to the other side. So other hand comes up and working up into that armpit first, outside of the armpit, so I'm not like right up in it. And working around in there. Going down towards the ribs. If this is your first time like doing some of this work, it might feel really weird. Maybe you're like, I have no idea what I'm feeling for, and that's okay. It does take a bit of practice and just some awareness of what we're doing. So practice is good. Keep working on it. And once you've done that, you can slowly finish that, give it a little shake, and then just give your neck a little shake right and left, nodding, see how it feels. Okay, from there, we're going to get into some full cat-cow movements. We're going to start with the spine today. So we're going to tuck the chin, rounding down. We're going to roll all the way down until we can't roll down anymore. Chin is slightly tucked. All the way down. And then we're going to slowly roll up. Okay. Hands are going to go behind you. Eyes to the ceiling, shoulder blades in your back pockets, and reach your heart up. Deep breath here, everybody. And then we do that again. Okay, so we tuck the chin, rounding in the spine, all the way down until we can't go anymore, really making like a big mountain out of your upper back. If you have rods in your upper back, do your best. Rounding the other parts of your spine that you can. Slowly rolling up, hands behind you, eyes to the sky, heart up to the ceiling, shoulder blades in your back pockets. And awesome, we're going to do that again, tucking that chin, rounding down, all the way down. Good, slowly coming back up, moving nice and slow. We don't ever want to get lightheaded here. Okay, hands behind you, eyes to the sky, heart up, shoulder blades, back pockets, and deep breath here. One more, everybody, and tucking that chin, rounding in the spine. Slowly rolling up. And coming up a little bit more. This is our last one. Hands behind you, heart up to the ceiling, shoulder blades in those back pockets. Take a deep breath. Okay, we're gonna go right into a nice big half head roll. So we're gonna tuck chin, half head roll, and over to the other side. And half head roll, over, and half, and over, and half. Good, last two here, 1, and 2. And now we're gonna go up and down. So we extend up, chin to the ceiling, back to neutral, and then grab something with your chin, like a $100 bill. Don't let it drop, and then back to center. Up and center, tuck that chin, and center. And again, up and center, tuck that chin, and center. Here we go again, and up and center, tuck that chin. And again, awesome. Here we go, up and center, and tuck that chin. And now we're gonna tip. So keep that chin slightly tucked back. We're gonna tip, feeling that lateral stretch here, up, and then other side. Just really gentle, nice and smooth with your movements. And up. And up. And up, good. And up. Nice. Now we're gonna do shoulder rolls. Coming forward, 1, nice and big. 2, hands are just hanging at your sides. 3, 4, and 6, and 8, 9, awesome. And this is 10, and now we're reversing it. 1, and 2, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, and this is 10. Now we're going to do reciprocating shoulders. So when one's going forward, the other one's going down and back. 2. So they're moving at the same time. 3. Some of us are going to think this feels super weird. 4. So right and left brain communicating to each other on this one. And roll. If you feel silly or you don't have it, it's okay. No one can see you. And reverse. Other side. 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep them both moving. One's up, one's down. 6. Rolling in those circles. 7 and 8. Awesome. And now we're going to take a big reach up and over, exposing your armpit to the ceiling. So I'm up here. My hand is right above my head. I'm not rotating down this way. Up and then other side. Nice big reach. You can definitely lean your other hand on your rim of your chair or the side of the couch or whatever you're sitting on. And up and over, good. And other side, reach. And nice big side stretch all the way down, even into the hip maybe. That's awesome. Feet are flat on the floor, being aware of what's happening down at your lower body or on your foot plates, whichever. Just try and make sure that we're nice and square in those hips. Reach, awesome. And up and over, we're gonna do 2 more after this side. And up and over, here we go, reach. And up and over, reach. And up and over, awesome. Okay, elbows are gonna be in. Palms are facing each other. Elbows are gonna go up 1, 2. Keep looking at the monitor as you overhead. 3. Down. And then we reverse it. And again, here we go. 1, 2, 3. And in. And again, 1, 2, 3. And down and in. You're halfway. 1, 2. And down and 1, 2. And 2 more here, everybody. 1, keep going. Warming up those rotator cuff muscles, shoulder stabilizers, shoulder movers. Breathe. And then we come down. Good. Arms out. Keep moving. And then we hug. And 2. Big stretch fingers if you can. And 3. 4. Feels like summer out there. I'm going to have to crack my window here in a sec. And 6. 7. Awesome. 8. 9. Last one. 10. Keep hugging yourself, and you're going to keep your feet flat, drive into the floor, rotate and exhale. Inhale, center, other side. Inhale, center, other side. That exhale is going to help you get more range. And rotate. And rotate. Nice. And again. And again. Almost there. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and awesome. Last thing, everybody, take a hand out. We're going to do nice big circles for the wrists. 1 and 2. Try not move anything else above the wrist. 5. So just this wrist is moving. 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we reverse it. Same arm. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is 5, 6, 7, and 8, 9. Other side. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is 8, 9, 10, and other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and we're almost done. Warm up. And 10. Good. Shake out those arms. All right, I'm cracking a window. Get a sip of water, and we're going to get started into our first set of exercises where we're going to begin with the band. Okay. Preferably a lighter band for this. Okay. And I'm actually going to take my loop off. Don't take yours off if you need it. I'm just taking mine off so I have a little more length on my band. So our first thing we're going to do is an external shoulder rotation. Okay, and we're going to do both arms at the same time. So we're here, palms are up, thumbs are hitchhiking out. I want everybody to focus on the squeeze coming from the back body. So we're externally rotating, breaking that band in half, and then hands come forward. Okay, here we go. Let's do 10 to 12, depending on where we're at and the thickness of our band. Okay, the biggest thing I see with this one is people start taking the hands up here. So we're not doing a bicep curl, so make sure it's staying right down like at a table height. And 7, good. Keep that breath going. 2 more. And awesome. Okay, take the band, and now we're going to tie it around our thighs. I'm going to do the Megan lazy tie where I just hold, okay? And the other hand's going to be on my waist. If you have no control of your legs, or you have a lot of maybe not so much tone, you won't need a band, and we're just going to use our upper body here, and you're going to be using your arms and doing a hinge to open up those legs here. Okay? Otherwise, if you have some strength in those hips, you're going to do the tie. Okay? So 2 versions, sitting up tall. If you're doing the tie, we are going to be thinking of using these outer hip muscles. So we're opening up those knees at the same time and then controlling them in, okay? So everybody's moving the legs. We're abducting the legs. We just have two different versions. Okay, the third version would be is if you've taken my class before and you know to use a block or a ball, and you're going to drop the ball in between your legs, okay? Otherwise, it's these two. No one in here, I don't, actually, maybe one new person is in here, so that I can see. So these two versions should be sufficient. That third version is just like, maybe Barbara, you want to drop a ball, because that's something we've been working on. Sydney, maybe drop a ball. Okay, awesome. We're going to try for 10 to 12 here. Keep that breath going, sitting up tall. Hand is on the waist to make sure that we're not changing too much in the trunk. And slowly release that. Good. Finishing your reps. Okay, I'm adding one more. We're going to grab that dowel. Okay, we're going to do a bit of a push here. So we're going to come in. We're going to be pushing out, up, push, and then back in. Okay, so this is version 1. If that doesn't work for you, version 2 is going to be just up and down, up and down. So that would be if having your arm push out gets us to fall forward. So either you put a chest strap on, or you recline your chair, or you take it up through the body and you just go up and down. Okay, here we go. So 3, 2, 1. So we start here, push, up, out, and then in. 2. So we're never bringing the dowel below the chest. 3. And 4. And 5. 6. This is 7. 8. 9. 2 more, 10 to 12. And that is your it. Awesome. Okay, that's 3 in the series. So we have our external shoulder rotations. We have our banded abductions, or our hinge position abductions here with assistance. And then we come back to our dowel, push overhead, bring it back in, and then chest. Okay, grab a sip of water, and then we're doing all 3 of these again. One more round. Here we go. So getting the band ready. Okay, elbows are glued at the rib cage. So as if you're holding something in here and in here. Thumbs are out, and we're squeezing those shoulder blades behind the back and then back to neutral. That's it. 4 more. Keep that breath going. Shoulders are away from those ears. And 4, and then we are done that. Awesome. Okay, now I'm banding up my thighs, the lazy Megan tie. It's not because I'm lazy, it's just because it's quicker. All right, so hand on the hip, the waist. Here we go, and open, or you're doing a hinge with an assisted push with those elbows, trying to keep a nice long spine. So do what works best for you today. For 12, everybody. Two more. Remember to get tall. Try not lose that really nice posture that we set up at the beginning of class. All right, you are done with that. Grab your dowel. 2 options. So we can either go straight up through the body and then down, or we're here and we press, go overhead, bring it back to chest height, and then in. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, and 1 for 12 here. Ten, 11, last one, 12, and I'll give everyone a few seconds to finish up their time. Awesome. Okay, water break. We're done with that circuit. We're going to be moving on. So keep everything really close, and we'll need our band to start, okay? If you have a thicker band, I'd probably recommend grabbing a little thicker band than what we just used. Questions or comments are welcome in this chat that we have. Also, a friendly reminder for those of you that are part of Ocean Insider Club, all of these exercises are found on the website, including dozens and dozens of new ones that Natalia has put on. So lots of lower body and some new core exercises in there. So check those out. And for those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, you can try it out this fall, where we have the new fall cohort starting with the Adaptive PT program. So if anyone wants more information on that too, we are starting our signups. We can send you the survey and you can get signed up to start that first week of October. All right, enough chatting. So let's go into a row. So once again, if you need a little bit of extra grip help, you can have that loop going, okay? Otherwise, we are going to come into a single arm row. I'm going to angle myself just so that we can see what I'm doing, but we're going to basically have one hand holding the band, and it can be out here, which is option 1, or we can have it down on a table. So if we need to have a little bit more stability, if we're going to fall here, then bring this hand on a table and we can do a row this way. Okay? Otherwise, yes, I'm going to actually post the survey in here at the end today. So if I forget minutely, I'll keep looking at Kim's comment. I'm going to post the survey for the intake in here so everybody can have it. Perfect. All right. Thank you, Kim. So we're here and we're going to squeeze and then come back. Okay. And once again, it can be on a table. Don't worry about the height. It doesn't need to be the same. Okay. 12 on each side. So here we go. 3, 2, we're squishing under that armpit, and 1. So we're pulling and then right back where we started. 2 and 3 and 4 and 8, nice, and 9, that's it. This is 10 and 12, and awesome. Okay, now we're going to do the other side. So I'll just flip around so everybody can see. You shouldn't have to move. Other side in 3, 2, and 1. So we're pulling and back where we were. Okay, keep that shoulder down away from that ear. The elbow is really close to the body, and we should feel that shoulder blade gliding along our back. So the arm that's moving or doing the row, that's where the work is. Two more. And awesome, done with that. Okay, go ahead and grab your weight or your object. Okay, so we're gonna do a wood chop. So I'm holding the weight like so. I'm going to be chopping from high to low. So the low is going to be probably like the rim of your chair. High is going to be like if you were listening to like the ocean in a shell here, and then you're going to chop down to the wheel rim of your chair or your hip. Okay, so I'm up. Okay, and you'll notice when I do it, we don't want to get this. We don't want to go so far that we fling ourselves forward in our chairs. So we need to stay upright. If that's really hard to do, then lighten your weight. Don't hold something so heavy, or you can bend your elbows a bit more and keep it close to your body until we build up that stability, okay? So we have options. Here we go. 3, another note for people using, this might be a good option here, Barbara, to put your ball right in between your knees. Sydney too. Ball in between the knees here if you have it. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Up. This is 12. Keep that breath going. Exhale, chop. And awesome. Okay, and then we do the other side. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Up. Seven, 8, 9, 10. Keep that breath going. And that's 12. Awesome. Good. Okay, you're going to keep holding the weight. We're going to be in a punching position. Okay. Once again, this doesn't need to be a weight, especially for this next one. A soup can, I think 3 pounds was the heaviest I said, and that's like on the heavy side. So here, and you're going to punch right out in front, right back in. Right out in front, right back in. This also can be nothing. You can also just hold your fist and go for power. Okay, this is a long circuit. Here we go. 3, 2, and we're punching. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Good. 2 more. 11, 12. Good. Awesome. Switching sides. I'm demonstrating with my hands up. If you need to have a hand down, totally fine. Here we go. 3, 2, and we go. 2. And 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, that's it, and 12, done. Awesome. Very nice. Okay, everybody, get water. That was a long circuit. And then we're going to start again. So we have our single arm banded row, right? And then our wood chops. So two exercises with the weight. And then we have our single arm punches. Okay? We're going to be doing 3 rounds of that today. So pace yourselves. And while you're resting, I'm just going to get this survey pulled up so I don't forget. Okay, here we go. Round 2. So starting with your band. I'm going to start on this side. All right, 3, 2, getting set up. 1, and here we go. Drive and up. For 12 here. And awesome. Okay, other side. If you're not at my counting, I can't stress enough. It's okay. I'm just guiding. So if you're taking longer than me, if you're quicker than me, totally fine. Do your own tempo. Remember, you can always come back to this. It's recorded and posted. You can always pause sections. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Two more. And done. Awesome. Good. Okay, grab your weight. Band doesn't get put away. It's just aside. We have our wood chops to start. So ball in between here if you need it. Feet nice and solid. Getting up tall. I'm going to start the opposite way this time. So I'm going to chop high right, low left. Here we go. 3, 2, and get ready. 1. Try and stay as tall as you can. Last one. All right, other side. Here we go. 3, 2, and get ready. 1. Chopping down to that hip. $11, and this is 12. Good. Okay, a hint for this press or this punch. If you're using weight and you have something behind your back, feel free to lean into the whatever you have behind your back. Lean into it and drive your feet into the floor, and that will create a little stability for you, as opposed to here, and then we start to get that rounded upper back. So if you are someone that's been sitting upright, try coming back onto something with your back and think of keeping the back of your head, even if you don't have a backrest, keep thinking like as if your head's going to stay there as you do your punch. Okay? Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Breathing. 8. Good. Do what you can. And other side. Beautiful. Move this out of my way. 3, 2, and 1. Good, everybody. Keep tall. 2 more. And we are done. Okay. We are doing a third round, so grab a sip of water, take a little rest. I'm going to copy the survey into the chat box for you for after your workout to look at, not now. So it's in there when everybody's ready. Okay, and we have one more round of these 3 exercises. Single arm row, starting on any side you'd like. Here we go. And 3, 2, and 1. Thanks, Angela, for resending that. And 4. And 10, 2 more on this side. Keep going. And we are done that side. Switching Getting yourself set up. 3, 2, and 1. Last one. And relax. Beautiful. Okay, you're done with the band. Feel free to put that aside. Wood chops. Here we go. Last time. So remember, if you need something behind you, think of keeping the back of the neck nice and long. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Stabilizing in that trunk. Eight. Breathe. 12 if you can. You can always drop your weight with this one too. And take a breather. Getting warm in here. Okay, other side. 3, 2, and 1. Work on stabilizing that trunk. Two more. Awesome. Okay, we are almost there. Get nice and tall, back of the neck nice and long. Our punches, remember, you don't have to use any weight. 3, 2, and we're here. 1. Other hand can be down to stabilize if you need to. Keep that breath going. Last one, and we switch. Ready? Almost there, everybody. Hang in. Keep going to the end. 3, 2, you've got this. 1. And this is 12. Awesome. Okay, we survived. Grab your sip of water. We're just going to do a bit of a neck stretch before we leave here since we did some punching and some trap work. So I'm going to set you on a timer here. Sitting up as tall as you can. Okay, here we go. Tuck that chin. Grab something, $100 bill. And we're stretching the back of that neck. Here we go. Try and breathe, even though it's hard in this position. And slowly lift that head and just give your neck a little easy shake. 5 shoulder rolls coming backwards. Here we go. Last thing today. And 5. Nice and big. 4. And 3. Get the tension out. 2. And 1. Awesome. Good job, everybody. Okay, so that's our workout today. Angela has generously posted the survey for everyone. If anybody's interested in joining us for the fall cohort, it doesn't start until October, so we're kind of putting it out there early. If you want to jump on it, here's your chance. Otherwise, I look forward to seeing everyone next week. I can't wait, and happy fall, everyone. I'll stay on for a couple seconds if anyone has any questions or comments. Thanks.